Good morning, guys. It's coffee therapy. That's the show that I want Janie to start. My mother-in-law in Texas, Janie Canales. I want her to start a show called Coffee Therapy. I'm going to help her when I go out there. So my hair is getting more and more brassier, like looking like a lion. But I'm not worried about it because like I've actually had this color before, like I said, and I got over it. It's just like really, really orangey red and all these different colors. So it's like I look like a lion. The Leo lion came out, and I'm in my Valentine costume still. Hold on. My pink dress, because I was getting ready last night because he said he was gonna come over later. I was like, what time? About 9 o'clock? And then it turned into 9:30. I was like, it's 9:30. When are you coming? Like, so he called me and he's like, no, I'm too tired. Like he was like in a coma because he works this graveyard and then sometimes daytime, nighttime, and then um, and we're just best friends. Like we're not dating. Like we don't make out or nothing. We're not like that kind of a friend. I mean, once in a blue moon, I kiss him like that, but not. We're just like really good friends. Like, but we're both trying to move on because like it's just he feels some type of way about our age, and I never wanted to date anybody that young. It wasn't even my idea. Like his friend and I were close. We were dating a little bit, but then only 6 months of dating, and I could have stayed with Adam, but we just moved on, and then it's just like But I wanted to talk about today was the topic was how to tell if someone's emotionally smart versus being like not emotionally smart, because emotionally smart people is like me. I read body language. Um, very emotionally smart. Like I don't know how I got that way. And Christian's emotionally smart too. He wouldn't be around if he wasn't. And he realizes that you know I was very damaged growing up, like just very damaged. So he works with me. It's like I feel bad because I do feel bad because it's like I'm very emotionally smart too. Like I could read between the lines. Like uh, even if someone gets mad at me or something, I feel in my heart that I know that they didn't mean that what they said. And that's kind of like what being emotionally smart is. Sorry, I'm trying to wake up too. It's just like I don't start crying talking about emotions. No, I usually start crying when I talk about what Santa Clara County did to me. That's how I know that I'm emotionally and mentally damaged from what they did. But and I'm trying to get over that. But it's hot in here because I gotta take off this sweater. I just took her for a walk, but it wasn't like a long walk, and my hair is getting more brassier and brassier. So like emotionally, I guess emotionally dumb people, it's not like they're dumb, but they're not emotionally smart. They can't. I read, like I said, I went to visit my husband in the jail one time, and I read his body language. Like when I brought up this so-called friend of mine, I read his body language. Like, so it's like I could tell that he already was with her. Like I can read body language. So it's hard to explain, but God gives us like certain spiritual gifts, and some people have these gifts and some people don't. And my mother-in-law told me one time, God rest her soul, Sally Ochart. Um, Me and her were very good friends, even though like we were separated a lot because I lived with her for a little while and stuff. She told me one time, she goes, Michelle, she said, like a doctor could have like no common sense, and he's a doctor. So it doesn't mean don't think that you're dumb just because of this, or don't think that because you're not a doctor or a lawyer or whatever that you don't have anything, to offer. Because if you have common sense, that, like even in the work area, if you're working and you have common sense, you can figure things out, you know, how to keep your job, like I still have my job, but, they want me to reapply. And I guess the one that's in charge of the conventions, we're not getting along right now. And because I told him in the beginning I had a doctor letter, and so I'm just not gonna go back to them. I'm gonna let that door close, and I'm gonna go into something else that I'd rather do. Like clothing. I'm I have a retail certificate, So I'm like heavily into fashion. I love I love being a fashionista basically. And I like being different, I'm not gonna just like I like that style that's in Japan or whatever, and I can't pronounce the name, but where they wear different colors, and I'm just into different things. Like I would like that style, like cuz it's I like anything that's different. I don't like being like everybody else. So I can't think of the name of it. Hiroshi. I can't think of the name of it. I don't know. I'll that'll be part two. I'll look up the name of that Japanese. It's like a certain style of clothing, and they mismatch colors and things like that. And it that's just how they are. It's like it doesn't bother me either. Mm. You know. So anyway, so to tell if